has had a bit of a turmoil day today. It looks like the bears were trying to pull this down, but it's like slapping a sumo. It's like a baby slapping a sumo. Yeah, you're gonna get a sound, but it's not gonna move much. You know what I mean? So today it's gonna be a bit of a different type of show. I'm going to run through all the graphs. We kind of set all the levels so we kind of know what's going on, where things are moving. I'm going to give you some key bits of information. Well, what I'm going to do today, and this is where the most important part of this is that how to play where we are in the market. Right now, I would say we're about in the last 20% of all of this run. But if we look at the Pareto principle, I've done a video about it. It's the last 20% that really counts, right? The last 20%. You can build up some capital and the dry powder throughout all this other 80% a lot of people have gone through, but the last 20% is where you make the life-changing moments. Are these last 20%, right? These are the bits that you need to look, and I'm going to explain to you how to play it, because there's a very interesting statistic. Most people in this last 20% actually lose money. They don't make money, they lose money. And this is the situation that a lot of people are not really understanding, and how to play it, and how, if you've been here for some time, or this is your first run, or you've been here since last January and experienced the massive effects that's happened in the crypto market, what's going through, what's happening, you should now be hardened. You should now understand what's going on, and I'm going to explain to you why that is important, what you need to do, and how we're going to move forward, and what you should be looking for right now, and how you should be playing this market. All right, so let's get into Bitcoin, and we'll start from there. Right now, Bitcoin is looking very, very, very good, right? It's looking really nice. I would say at minimum we're going to be breaking to Monday mid, which, funnily enough, right, as I've explained to you guys many times before, seems to hit almost the 382 level of that wick. Now, I would say at least a pump to that level, and more importantly, there are other confluences that come to this 120 level that I'm going to be explaining to you guys. Right now, the RSI bottom is 117,561. As long as Bitcoin holds this RSI that we've been looking at many times before on this level, is going to be holding an uptrend. We are coming to a very key point right now. All right. In the RSI, we're coming to a very, very key point. The MACD has already crossed the threshold, and the secondary line, the oscillator, is about to cross as well, and that's going to cause some real momentum in the market. If we look at this bearish divergence that we've been talking about for a long time, it's coming to a really key point. We're coming to a point where this needs to break through. If this breaks through, then we're in full party time. Let's go to the club and start enjoying the gains that we're going to be getting from that point, right? Because if it breaks this, then we need to readjust what this is doing. We have to readjust the way we play this and where we do this line. And if we put it here, we have to start moving it from there to there, right? Then we start playing this really, really interesting situation where the move now becomes not this trend line, but this trend line. And that to there is massive amounts of movement in the market. We're talking ungodly amounts of stuff. Party time happens. My streams are going to be just full of people just, doing the caramba, or whatever that's called, the can, what is that? You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff, right? So watch this carefully. Watch those levels really carefully. We have to break it in the weekly scale, and I'm going to give you some time zones of where this market might potentially top, where it might be a good place to go, where we might be going. We have to look at those key factors. But at this current moment, Bitcoin looks like a further continuation up. It's held the level. It's held the 18. It held the 1750. This looks like it's going to be moving forward, which is a healthy type of movement in the market. We've had some pullbacks, and those pullbacks have been absolutely destroyed by the bulls. The bears are doing their absolute best they're doing their absolute best to lose as much money as possible, right? So they are in the now let's lose some money stage, right? They're at the all right, okay, we've made some gains. We made some gains. Now let's just lose it all because there are some mad liquidations going on. But what's really interesting is the two are starting to equalize. This is very interesting, right? An equalization of long and short liquidations, right? Show a a very interesting metric in the markets. That shows, and what that really explains to me right now, right, is that there is a algorithmic move to this market. So you must not, right, must not bet against the market at this present moment because the algorithmic move is up. So what we see right now and the way we play it is that each pullback, when there is a pullback, that is a buying opportunity until we get to key levels in the graph. Until we get the key levels, we have to start looking at certain key levels at 125, another key level is 135, and we start playing around that level. The more it comes to this line here, this multi-year trend line that we have, and more as it comes to here, then we start considering and understanding what's going on and the way this works, right? He's paid off by what? I don't know what is going on. I don't know what that was. All right. So the way it gets to key levels is that when it gets to these key points, we start looking at what we can do and what we can play, right? Trend is your friend until it isn't, right? So we're in a trend, we're an uptrend, don't play that. There's algorithmic plays here. And every single type of moment that someone puts a trade in, it's looking to look for those trades, right? This here, by the way, this here isn't liquidity. I want everyone to really understand that. This here were buy orders sitting below this level, thinking that this was going to come down to here and they were going to buy here. This ain't liquidity. All of this is liquidity, and there is some liquidity at the 120. So I would not be surprised if we don't push up towards 120 before this market makes another move forward, right? Taking some of that liquidity as we're moving up. Another really interesting thing that's going on right now is that the daily volume is starting to finally pick up, right? Finally starting getting to a point where we're going into that more retail volume coming in, and it looks like we caught this thing mega early. Like anyone who was here watching my lives when everyone was how can I say this without being rude? Playing footsie with the bears, the bear footsies. Those guys that is messing around with that kind of thing where they're playing with footsie type of aspects. Yeah, they were the ones that were playing in that level, and that's how it was moving forward in that direction. So that's the situation. That's where things are going, and I believe that this thing's going to move on, at least come on and retest this highs here around the 123, 121 area. Now, we start looking at SPX, and SPX is doing exactly as I stated, right? Exactly as I stated. Fire info, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Smash the likes, pretty please. Yeah, guys are absolutely incredible. Try and people go and check out the YouTube as well. Now, where was I talking about? Right, like, so if we look at the S&P 500, we are seeing a perfect break of that trend. I mean, that's resistance level. I said it was going to go forward. A break of this trend line is going to be rocket fuel for the market. We are at multiple levels of break. It will be huge. An expansion out from here is going to be violent. I said before, everyone is expecting this rate cut to happen. Rate cut will be nitrous oxide for the market, and this is going to go forward in this level, right? If we look at this on the weekly as well, we're seeing a beautiful, oh man, that break of the oscillator going over that trend line is going to be absolutely, absolutely crazy. Uh, uh, you and Devon Armide, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Good. Going up, and there is an expansion of the MACD, which is a good thing. That means that we're continuing up. What is really wilder is that this full blown V-shaped recovery is incredible, and the break of that trend line is going to be. I'll tell you one thing, right? I will say this: if we break this trend line, and I'm not saying we are, we're very close to it. This could hit and then retrace back and potentially test this zone around here, the 5862, around that level, right? If this breaks, the algorithmic trading, the algorithm push forward is going to be insane. It now in the way that markets and these work is that majority of the way the markets work is algo trading, right? Algorithms see certain trends, certain levels, certain, and there's many types of different algos, but break of trend lines are universal in them. And you will see if it breaks that and closes possibly one or two candles above that level, you will see a god candle appear on SPX, which will be to a level where it could potentially come at the exact time of when there's a rate cut, and this thing could explode up and everything else like that on that level, right? So that looks very, very good. Now, if we look at gold, it's just consolidating here. I'm telling you, this thing is going to go up. This thing is going to go up, and I might come with the gold grill the next time it hits. If this goes to 7,000, I'm coming with the gold grill, bruv. You know, I'm going to be all like, what's up? My teeth are going to be like diamonds and gold and stuff, because, you know, it's what happens when you make that much from gold. So I think this is going to continue on. It's just ranging between the two levels. This breakup is going to be very, very clear in the future. Now, dollar DXY. DXY right now has come to the level that I drew here, the 98.92, right? What it does here is going to be very, very important. I expect this to reject and break down. I expect that, right? However, this could still go and test this $100 range. The $100 range, right, is the very important level here, right? This box, this golden box that we have here, I'll spread it, move it forward a bit, right? We need a rejection of here, all right? If this doesn't reject down from here, we need a rejection at absolute minimum to be here. We do not want it to pass above the $100 line. $100 line will be very, very bad. I expect this to go down, possibly retest this and produce maybe a higher low, and then go and retest this $100 level. But that movement down there is going to be still very, very good for the market, and things are going to be moving in that way. Jim Crane has said that ETH don't hit 10K. It's definitely going to hit 10K then. There's a trading strategy, right? Right. It's called the Jim Cramer trading strategy, right? And you know what it is? You do the opposite of what if Jim Cramer says buy this, you sell it. That's how you play that Jim Cramer. It's all about opposites with him. That guy, I don't even know how he keeps his job. He's become a bit of a caricature at this present moment, right? So that's quite good. We want maybe continuation up here. It's possible because we are getting to a point where the DXY is coming to a resistance point. Maybe potentially people could be taking some profits, and this could rally up to here, which would not bode particularly too well here. But we have other things that could counteract the effects of this going up, right? Now, if we look at Bitcoin dominance, it's pretty much doing what I drew. Let's see, is it doing what I'm doing? Yeah, pretty much, right? Pretty much what I drew. This could potentially come up and test the 63 level, and then we want that to break down. We don't want it to break above that 62.9, 63 level, but I don't think it's going to. I don't even think it's going to come up to here to the 63, to be honest. I think it's going to come back down to this point here at 62, right? Now, this is really, really important, and it's really, really key to understand. All right? And I need everyone to really, really get this. there are some key levels here that I want everyone to understand, right? In my opinion, this is my opinion, and I don't want people to get upset, right? I like to play relatively cautious until we have confirmation that what I say has been disqualified. I would say if Bitcoin dominance comes down to around the 54.63, around there, I might be taking some profits, right? I might be taking some profits around there because I've been looking at it and this level is very, very strong, right? It's a strong level. We're talking about a key a pivot point in the market. You can see here a lot of areas have tapped and rejected. So this is a key pivotal point. The 54.53 is pivotal, right? And because it's pivotal, we could see this. And this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to delete this and I'll show you what I mean by that. All right, I'll show this, right? Never mind what's going to happen here. This can move up and down, all that kind of stuff. Let me get rid of that, right? Never mind what happens and the movements of where it bounces and this and the other, right? It goes backwards, up, builds a little home, all that kind of stuff, right? But what could happen here is it could come here, right? And it could go and retest this bit here. That movement there could show some real pullbacks in altcoins. But this is why I'm saying why I would take some profit there. If this rejects and then starts to break down and then breaks that, oh boy, this is double dipping. Now, the double dipping aspect, that's what she said, right, will not only get you married, but could potentially add and multiply what you're going through, right? But this is a risky strategy. I just want everyone to understand that. And I'm going to get to a strategy where I would say, in my opinion, 90% of you and what I did initially to get where I got to, right? And I'm going to explain, and I'm going to get to that in a bit because I want everyone to really understand how I look at things, what key factors that I look for, and why it's such an important thing to play in this, right? And why most people lose money to potentially where we're going, right? So that's that. So I would say around this 54.53 is going to be a very, very key pivotal point. And I think it could, yeah, I mean, there is a 50-50 chance that the market ends here, or we get this sort of, absolute spiral of USDT dominance because, it looks insanely heavy. USDT dominance is insanely heavy, but the market is fueling immense amount of money into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the future, right? So whether it will pull back all the way down here, I'm not too sure, but I would say here is a possibility. Now we will get pullbacks and movements, and we'll see movements, and then you're going to see some pullback and people scream, "Is it over? It's over!" And then you're going to see the bears come out and say, like, "I told you so. You should have sold in like 3 minutes ago when I said it was going to happen." And now look at me. I'm just like, oh, and then everyone's going to come to my live and go, "Oh my God, you were wrong. You're wrong. You're in the room. You're coping, bro. Look at your bed frame," and all that kind of jazz, right? Have you seen his thesis? I don't know who you're talking about. Josh Mendel says 400. Forget him. Eventually he'll get there. Those people, I don't listen to anyone that says above 150, potentially 200, right? I don't believe anyone that says that. I don't believe it. Look at the US debt. Where's that liquidity? Anyway, whatever. It's fine. All right. Possibility. I mean, I still think Bitcoin can potentially hit a million down the road. I see no reason why. But we are getting some pushback on some of these rules and the Genius Act and some of the stupid things they're saying. Some of the stupid things they're saying. But I guess in time that they will come around to it. They're all old people, man. They don't know what crypto is. Most of them don't even read the bills that they're passing. It depends on who pays them the most. You know what I mean? That's how it works. And they talk about, oh yeah, cryptocurrency is for thieves and this, that, and the other, while he's like putting money from the sugar and tobacco industry into their pockets. Please, let's not even go there. All right. So let's see how they can get that down. Now, we're going to the interesting parts, right? USDT dominance. Frags, bro, I'm telling you, meme coin is as real as gold. Yeah, exactly. All right. Now, USDT dominance is doing amazing, exactly as I stated. Look, I even drew it. You see, I drew it from many weeks ago. It's doing as I said, right? Even better, it's almost following identically. I would say this 3.8 level is extremely pivotal. That'll teach me to listen to a dude in a room with a cheap bed. Yes. I feel that coming. I feel it's too good to be true. I feel that coming. I'm telling you. The type of insults I get is amazing. It's actually amazing. I get some of the best insults you've ever met in your life. Dude in the room is my favorite one. That is my favorite one. Look at this dude in the room. Oh, God. It still makes me like, gives me trouble sleeping at night. That's that type of hit. You know what I mean? You don't recover from that. I'm still seeing therapy right now for that level of insult that hit. Pure right to the bone. Anyway, okay. Someone said to me the other day, underneath one of my videos, bro, you laugh too much. I was like, don't know what to do, man. Oh God, no fun. We don't want fun. We want facts, numbers, everything. I'm here for this, nothing else. Don't laugh with my friend. Anyway, look. So this is going extremely well. As I said, 3.8 is going to be extremely pivotal. We've seen the double formation of increase up. Now, if it breaks that, we're going full party time. There's going to be some mega. That to there is full blown alt season. I'll tell you that now for a fact. It will be absolutely. It would, if, just so you understand, right? Just so you understand, from there to there. Right, from there to there was Bitcoin. So everyone understands, there to there. That brought a 40% move in Bitcoin. So, yeah. yeah. So, but pretty big, right? It's gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be wild, right? So even that to there is gonna be massive, right? A lot of move can you do there, but I expect some form of bounce here. Like again, I'll explain to you guys. I expect at least, I would say, where are we right now? Oh, 1 second. What level are we at? What number? So I've got a bunch of cameras in front of me. Right there. I would expect something, at least come down here, test that again. If that doesn't break, then I will be deploying a lot. There'll be some serious deploying of capital from there. You can't see anything. If you want to see anything, it's just here. If you guys are new, you guys can check it out. Go to there. There, you'll see it. You understand what it's also recorded. You guys can see from that. So, further continuation down is going to be going on. We'll see some level of resistance at the 4.10, right? So we might see a little bounce there, which could cause a bit of a pullback. But from there to there, it still is going to be a massive amount of things. So, just so you understand, right, what this means. So you understand what this means. That's 2% of $3.8 trillion. So we understand what we're talking about. What is that? Can someone do the maths? What's 2% of what's 2% of $3.8 trillion? I don't know what that would be, but 2% of $3.8 trillion is a lot, right? It's a lot. It's a lot of liquidity. I have no clue, right? It's a lot. 800 million. There we go. That to there is 800 million of liquidity coming into to cryptocurrency. Or is it 38 billion? I don't know what it is. One of the two, right? One of those, right? It's a lot of money coming into the into crypto. It's a huge amount. We're talking massive amounts of liquidity. 38 billion. $38 billion is going to be coming into the market. Just that to there. Imagine what that. Imagine. So you understand, right? Why this is so insane. Imagine what 34% of that is going to be. We're talking trillions of dollars here. That would be that's full-blown trillions of dollars. That's why I'm saying that's party zone. Here is party zone, right? 3.8 is extremely important. Look, some of that is going to go into Fat Cat, just so you guys understand. This is the thing. It's an enormous amount. So if it breaks that, we're full party time. That's why there's not much to say, because there's not much levels to look at. The big levels is where it is. There is a complete change of trend here. This level, it's screaming at you. This is resistance. This is support. Well, in here I call it whatever. It's the same thing, right? This is support. This level here is going to be extremely important. Watch this. I'm almost certain I'm going to come and hit that. In my humble opinion, I don't know what I'm talking about. Why are you listening to me, right? I'll already have people coming in. People have coming in saying weird shit about me. I don't even know what they're saying. I don't even know why they're talking to me in that level, right? Someone just came in and just threw an insult and left. I don't even know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. I was like, what? And then he left. I didn't even know what's going on, right? So that's the situation where we are. This is very important. Make sure you understand that, right? Now, remember this graph? Is this the right one? Yeah. Remember this graph? Remember I said I drew this a long time ago. I hope you guys all drew this. I'm just one in my eye. I hope you guys all drew this, right? I can't see anything. Man, I just said to you, you know, there we go, there. Can you see it? People on the other side are like, what is he doing? My new exercise. Guns, trading guns. Oh my god, my wrist is so strong right now from trading. Like, I'm doing some mega wrist trading right now. You know what I mean? All you guy traders know what I'm talking about. There's some finger trainers on TikTok. There's some wrist traders on. So we're gonna be ready. We're gonna be ready when we get to the when we're at the main event. We're gonna be ready. I tell you. I've been working at 38 billion is not that much. I'm talking about a 2% move, bro. That's not even talking about. I'm talking. Once we break that level, it's gonna be 38%. No, more than that. Yeah, almost 40% of move. Right. I'm gonna get to. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to coins. Let me just explain to you. Do you want me to not explain this stuff to you? I just love everyone's like, yeah, you're talking too much. What about Taz AI? I want you to tell me what's gonna happen. Right? 1 second. I'm getting there. Just getting there. All right. Where was I? Just put 2 soul of Fat Cat bursting out. Awesome, man. Welcome. Now, where we are right now is in this graph where I said the most important factor that we have to look is ETH beats Bitcoin divided by the US dollar. This going up, and this is where the weird thing is, right? I just want everyone to understand this. That going up while the dollar is going up is insane. I want everyone to really understand that. Is insane. It's insane because what happens, right, is that the moment that there's a rate cut, this is going to tank. The dollar is going to tank. And the moment that tanks, this is going to skyrocket. It's going to go absolutely ballistic to another level. even if it goes here, even if it goes to this level here, I mean, don't look at the level. We're just looking at levels right now, right? Even if it goes here, that is spectacular amounts of movement. We're talking humongous. And if we even come close to what I said last time, 2021 and 2017, the moves are, look, let's say it this way, right? Let's talk about percentage moves that we could potentially get, right? That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do, right? If we see the move here, what was that? That was a 92% move. What was this? That was a 66% move. So we're losing about 100 to say 40%. Say so we do a 30% move from here. A 30% move here would be to there, right? Even if we do at minimum a level there, we're talking about 34% of the whole entire market in going into alts. That's hundreds of billions of dollars. It's massive, right? So keep an eye on this. I still think around this level here is going to be extremely important. Keep an eye there, right? Now, we've looked at that. Well, we see that the ETH Bitcoin is actually breaking out as well. We look at total 3 divided by Bitcoin. We showed this graph. You know, it looks like, I mean, I don't want to say it. Did I catch the bottom? Did I literally catch the bottom of this market? If that's the case, that's going to be wild, right? That's going to be out of this world. I need at least a 20x on average with all my altcoins, otherwise I'm not happy. Well, we'll get, yeah. Let's see, right? Let's see. If it breaks this 21-day EMA, then we're in party zone. This is on the weekly though. Make sure you understand that. We still have a lot. Here, again, here is the 872 million. The 200-day EMA is going to be extremely important in this. Anything that gets above this zone here, all right, this zone here, I expect, by the way, full resistance here. Be careful, right? When it's getting to that point where I hope you guys have these graphs already put onto your trading view. I hope you do, right? I hope all of this is there, and you guys are looking at it every day and not coming here to go, when's in 20x, where's Tiles AI, this guy is this, and throw insults and then leave, right? Make sure that's really important. Watch this level. I give you these levels because I want you guys to watch them and do them on your own, so I don't want you to come back, right? I just want my own pizza shop after this run. You will, man. What are you talking about? You will. Where are you based, Patrick, by the way? Anyway, now let's look at the total market cap, right? This right now is in a full-blown cup and handle breakout, right? If we draw it here, that's the cup, right? That's the handle, the breakout, the measurement of where this can go. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit tired today. I've been doing so much, honestly, I'm losing my mind. The breakout of where this can go. We're looking at 5.3 trillion. So at best guesstimate, I would say a 28% more move in the total market cap of you know, I can't even say the word because it's on TikTok. For like at least 3 times a day, yeah. So we can see at least a 28% more move left in this market, which is massive, right? We're talking massive. I mean, what was this move here? So you guys can understand. What was that move? That's a 70% move. So where was that? That was huge. We still have a huge amount to go, right? absolute massive movements here. Mark that level 5.3, 5.3, between 5.3 and 5.2, around that level. It could be an interesting move to go to. Albert, how big of a leverage should I trade with? 2. I feel weird trading with 3, right? So you understand, Lamar, right? It's not, yeah, this is how absolute insanity that you do. Bro said 2. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Say, bro, I did 50x, I got liquidated. Yeah, 50x is error level of move. You have to catch it going so quick. It's out of this world. Anyway, now if you look at, do you think rate cuts will make it go higher? If the rate cuts come from Powell and he stays on and doesn't retire, yes, for sure. All right. Now, if we look at total 3, now this is the alts, right? Right now, we have a confirmation of Wyckoff here, right? I drew it here. I said the 985 is confirmation. We're coming to a key point. This level between these two here, this level between the 2 points here is going to be extremely important. This is going to show resistance. I want everyone to really understand that. It's going to show resistance. There could be a bit of a pullback and then breakout, right? It will show resistance. In my opinion, it's going to show resistance because these are some real key levels. We're talking about a multi-year massive breakout movement here. It's not going to be easy to break this level here. But if it does, we're talking about almost $1 trillion going into alts. That's absolute insanity. But I want everyone to understand, and I'm going to get to the point of what to look at and what to go for. Not everything is going to be moving the way that in my opinion, other alt seasons have done. It's going to be moving in a way where you have to control your emotions. And that's why my swing trade is cooking. I put a long on Bitcoin back at 80 to get 5x. Okay, 5x is still okay. 5x is still okay. It's risky. 5x is okay. 50 is where the problem happens, bro. So if that happens, we're talking about some absolute enormous amounts of liquidity coming into alts. Possible, we'll see. But it's going to be moving in a different way, in my opinion. In my opinion, I think it's going to be moving in a different way. And I'm going to explain to you what that means. Now, if we look at, I went to the House of Representatives yesterday and watched them vote on the Genius Act. That's amazing. Katie, I'm jealous of you. Absolutely jealous of you. How did you deal with all those blood-sucking vampires in one building? Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, ETH is going absolutely incredible. It's just going. We're going to be seeing the only real level of resistance is going to be at the 4,000 level. That 4,000 level is going to be key. A flip of that is what I would say is pure alt season. There to there is a potential alt season there, because I still think they could get to the 6,500 on ETH. We'll see. Let's not get too hasty, but I think break of that is absolutely massive, and I think it's going to come there. Remember, at the 4,000, there's going to be resistance. Going to be resistance. If I were you, put 50x, I would have 300. Yeah, but Lamar, that's hindsight, man. If I knew some of the stuff I knew, I would be infinitely wealthier than I am already. And I know a lot. Not to say anything like that, but I'm just saying I'm messing around. All right, so that's that situation. Now, how to play this market and how to understand what to do, right? Yeah, we know. Okay, Lamar, thank you. I'm taking it as a compliment. I'm not too sure it is. That gave me that, so yeah, we know, man. Just continue on, bro. Stop talking. All right? How to play this market? So first Bitcoin pump, then ETH pump, now XRP is pumping. Sol must be next. I mean, I do like the way you put those in order. I'm assuming you're in those coins. No, we know you're a mad, smart, and rich. Thank you so much, Lamar. I think you're the wealthy one. I mean, like, not officially to HMRC, but like in general wealthy. I'm thinking you're more like Albanian wealthy. I think you're an Albanian wealthy type of guy. where where you like where you like benefits, but I drive a Ferrari. I'm getting that I'm getting that vibe, man. He's like, how does this guy know me? I'm getting that vibe, bro. Yeah, cool. It's good man to know. uh, anywho, what was I saying? What was I saying? Jesus, where was I? All right, yeah, like how to play the market, right? At this present moment, when we start moving into these interesting moments, right? When we're breaking these key levels, if it happens, look, there's still ifs. We could reject from here. We're still not at that point now. We'll see what happens. Things are looking good at the moment. Things are looking very, very good. Everything is looking like it's lining up to the point. It's lining up to the way that I said. There's going to be a crescendo point when all these things come together. But we need those things to pass. It looks like Donald Trump is doing what he needs to do to get those things to pass, right? All these things are really cool things. But what happens and why people lose money in this last 20%, the Pareto moment, right? Is because people chase the pump. And I want everyone to really understand that, right? If you're chasing, if you feel like, I don't know, you're in coin A, but you see coin B, C, D, E, F, G, L, M, N, N, B, Z are all pumping, and you're like, the hell is my coin isn't pumping, right? And you know that there are key factors, which I'm going to go through, right? I've even wrote notes. I have notes now, notes, right? I'm going to explain to you. And if you know that these key points are within the token that you're looking at, then, oh God, I don't know if I can say this on TikTok. What I would do is be patient. Most people, most of those big guys that you listen to, that you follow, that say all these things, that the bigger picture of all these factors, have got to the wealth that they've got to because of the principles I'm going to give you, what they look for, and them just holding and not chasing the pump. I want everyone to understand that. Crypto Clarity Act passed. Insane. Okay, Bitcoin is going to pump. Lamar, don't 50x Bitcoin. Just don't do it. It means it's going to be slightly choppy. Wait. Wait, Crypto Clarity Act passed. I'll check that out, right? So what was I? I can see him just pressing the button. Come on. Come on. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay. That's the thing, right? So I'm gonna give you principles, and I'm gonna go through some of the things, and I'm gonna do a comparison between one that has established and what I saw in it, and why I've got to a why I picked it, and it's made me, and it is one of the best investments I've done. Recent time investments. I'm not talking about Bitcoin or Ethereum. Recent time investments I've done. But why it's also why I think that this next coin, and why I picked this next coin, is the exact same reason why I did it. And that coin, everyone I put it into the pro group as well. The Clarity Act passed. I know. Everything's gonna go a bit nuts, and Bitcoin should start pumping above 120. And why I think it's gonna drop a couple zeros this bull cycle. Is it gonna drop a couple of zeros this bull cycle? No. A couple of zeros. No. No. Oh, you mean Shiba? All right. I thought you meant Bitcoin. I was like, I don't think so. I don't. I don't think it's gonna come down to $11,000. If it does, I'll start walking the corners of the party town in London because I'm selling my body for that money. I I will sleep on the streets and buy Bitcoin. That's what I will do. All right. I just want you guys to understand that. Anyway, and these are the principles. And these are the principles I do, right? And now look, what I'm going to be doing a comparison is we're looking at what Solana is and why Ethereum and why Sui, for example, could potentially be one of those things, right? And if you want to look at other coins that you're in, you kind of have to do this to see whether using that principle of purchasing, waiting, and seeing the future movement of this token is the right thing to do. And these are the 5 principles. Is it 5? Is that right? 5. Right. All right. Let's go through them. Do you guys like what I'm gonna do right now? Do you want to know what I look for and how I find certain coins that I invest into long term? Is that something that's interesting, or do you want me to just do TA on some of your coins? Let it grow. Swamp. I'm trying not to make a joke, man. I'm really trying not to make a joke about that. I'm trying my best. Wait, let it grow. No. Sorry. 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 All right. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to reality. Now, what you need, could you talk about your exit strategy? You want me to just talk about my exit strategy? Is that what I want? Does everyone want to do exit strategy, or do you want me to look at the key principles of how I find coins that can last for a long time? That can love you long time. Love you long time or exit strategy? Both. It has to be one. I'm like, yes, please. Yes, please. Please explain. Principles. All right. Okay. Now, key factors, right? You need to start looking at some few things to understand a trend of a token that in your opinion, in my opinion, that can love you long time, right? That thing that everyone wants, that love you long time type of token where the dips, the jumps, the lefts, the rights will work in that way. The reason why I bought Solana, and I can't remember where it was, I think it was between 13 and 18, something like that, dollars, right? The reason why I bought that is because of the key principles I'm going to be saying right now. First thing, right, is the network. You need to look at this token and understand, is the network, is it creating a world? Is it creating a bubble where that token is the thing that is how best to describe it to you? Is the token the island where people are developing on? Is there a network that is beyond what its singular use case is? You need to understand this factor. The reason why I looked at Solana is because Solana was a bare circuit board that people could build on. And that circuit board was growing. It was this network that is being built, right? That is the thing first thing that you need to understand. You look at the token, you go, let me see, Hype, for example. Hype is a exchange, but are they building a world within that? Are they building principles? Are they building wallets? Are they building a whole bunch of things that can grow and build this effect of the network, right? The second thing is to understand growth of wallets, right? Are people, and I'm going to show this to you, are people purchasing and developing new wallets in your on the chain that you are, right? And the best way to look at that, is that if you go to DeFi Llama, DeFi Lava is a really good place to look. I love DeFi Lava. It gives you all the information about the tokens that are just beyond everything else. And what you need to look at, and what that, in essence, wallet is, right? What it looks like, the wallet aspect, how many wallets are being created, in essence, is the total locked value, is the TVL. If the TVL is on a upward trajectory, if it's growing the TVL, it means that new people are buying and utilizing that chain. It's becoming a larger, as I said, network. It's growing that aspect that you're looking for. If that TVL isn't in an uptrend, then you have to ask yourself this question. It means that it isn't growing in the amount of users. That is a big thing, right? It's really, really important. It's super duper important, all right? The next thing is the transactions, right? This is super duper important. If you go to DEX volume, if this is growing, if this is on an uptrend, if the growth is on an uptrend, the TVL is on an uptrend, then you know that this token that you're in is on a growth path. It's growing beyond just the value of the token. It's growing not only in wallets, the network is growing because in Sui you can build a lot of things. It's like Solana. You can build a lot of things inside it. The TVL is growing, so the wallets are growing, and at the same time, the transactions on a weekly volume is increasing. So people are holding, people are developing new wallets. There's a network effect, which is the amount of what it's being built, and volume is increasing. All of these things are on an uptrend. That is a good sign. The next thing you need to look at, and I want you to understand this as well, is now to look at the stable coin supply within that chain. If the stable coin supply is increasing, if there is an increase in the graph, you see this uptrend, that it was stable, and then this uptrend, it started to move up, right? That move up there. See, if you had bought around here where the trend changed, do you see that trend change? That trend change, even here, the trend changed, that move there, right, in the change of stablecoin market cap. So the amount of stablecoins which are within this network on an upward trend will give you the fourth aspect to look at. So you have wallets, increase in wallets, network effect, people building, transactions on a weekly basis, and at the same time you have stablecoin supply increasing within that network. You can see it here. You can see it increasing on that network. Then you go to the next bit, right? You look at, once all those things are there, that's great. A lot of people are using it, but are people building on it? Then you can go to this really cool website, right? It's called Dev Report. I bet you no one has ever told you this. I bet you've never seen this website. You've never seen this website, right? It even shows you the change in the amount of developers. You know what that is? That was a CETAS hack. You saw a change in the amount of developers that moved away because they felt that Sui was not in the best place. But that all doesn't matter. None of that. I use it every day. Of course you. Of course you do, Lama. Of course you do. But that doesn't matter. What is it here? You're seeing the growth exponentially increase in Sui. Exponentially increase. You're seeing a 2,000% increase in 3 years. That is insane. That there alone gives you the understanding to really look forward and see that this token has a future. Everything has risk. I just want you to understand that. It doesn't mean it's a 100% guarantee. It just gives you the understanding that you're ticking all the things. Network effect, growing wallets, growing transactions on the network, stablecoin transactions increasing, growing devs. You have 5 factors of what I've said that all are on an uptrend. That is very good. These principles are exactly the same in Solana. I'm going to give you the last one as well, right? And this the last one is what's important. If I show you Solana, Solana is exactly the same, right? Solana in actual fact has slowed down the Genius Actors Pass. Yeah, I'm gonna have a check. I'm gonna go on the tube and try and find something on Solana. Solana is actually, but it's grown to such a spectacular level. If you look at the difference between the two, check this out. This is wild, right? You see the amount that needs to, how much of a catch up there is between the two. So it gives you this understanding that there are ultimate similarities between the two. Both are on the uptrend, where Sui is still new but on an uptrend, right? Has all the other factors, and you see that there is a lot to catch up on. So the growth factor of Sui is really there and a possibility for a longer hold, right? And the last one, a token that has all of these things and actually seen enough of a period of time to have gone through, how can I say this? Gone through the waves of what crypto can do to a coin. It's gone through the downs and the ups, the lefts, the right. Why when Cetus started to do really silly things, I called Sui twice, right? Why when Cetus did this to Sui, right, brought it back down here, I said to everyone, Sui is going to be my long-term hold, maturation. Really good word. That's a good word. Sui is going to be a long-term hold. I see this going places. And then it did a massive pump. A massive pump. And we're talking about what is the market cap of Sui right now? What is the market cap on this? It's a $1.1 billion market cap. You look at Solana. Oh my god, what is Solana? What's Solana at the moment? Solana's at 11. So if you look, it gives me all the things. I can't believe all this is free. People charge money for this, something like this. Yeah, I know, but you guys are incredible. Whatever. All I want from you is likes and follows and, all that kind of stuff. Whatever. Do you know Raul Paul? He says the same things about Sui. Really? I do know Raul Paul. I mean, whatever. The principle works on everything. I mean, if he says, a lot of people are going to say things about Sui, but whatever. But I would say that there are other coins. You just have to look. You have to look. There's a few coins that still have that ability in my eyes. I mean, Fat Cat. No, I'm joking. It's underneath the previous live video, the wallet. If you go and check it there, you'll see. Fat Cat, for example. I mean, we've developed the world. There's an aggregator, and now we need to develop the developers on the Fat Cat chain. God, I can't spin that one. But look, but I will say there are others that can do those type of things. You just have to look. You have to understand and look and see what's going on. That's why I'm holding Ton for the long term, for example. Ton gives me those vibes as well. Because if you look, factors, network, right? The network is Telegram. There are billions of users of Telegram. You look at the growing wallets. Ton is now. I just want to say you something, right? I'm going to give you guys some alpha. In fact, should I give it here or in the pro group? Should I give you here or in the pro? I don't know. Here, yeah, of course. Just send it to me after, bro. Okay, cool, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, am I gonna, Lamar? You mean that the ice cream van, or like just as a text message? I don't know. Send the likes. How would I say? Just do it. Let me see. Where are we? 47. Get me to 100,000 likes and I'll tell you. So I know the Ton Foundation very well. And I know something that no one else knows. I know something that no one else knows. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. How heavy is VC backing? Yeah, VC backing is bad. Look, but so is Solana. Don't forget that, right? You need to understand that fact. It's all these if all these factors are growing, all that doesn't matter. Hi Alvarez. Since when do you have the patches on your face? I'm a demo. Oh, ages, all my life. It's stress related alopecia. I don't know why I'm stressed, but I like being so. It's like a weird thing. I don't like it, but I like it. So it's always happens. It comes and goes. Sometimes when I'm less stressful, I'm Solana's at 94 billion. Oh, there we go. I call it insider trading because you're rich. All right, okay, man. Tell us. Well, I just said 100,000. I'll talk about it. You guys have 12 minutes. 12 minutes to get me there. It's not that difficult. But anyway, let's go to talk about Ton, for example. What about Say? Say is also the same, right? Say is also the same. Say is also to manage all that money is stressful, but no, it's not that. I'm just like to be busy, and I like to get stressed. I'm a weird person. It's this sort of thing that I strive underneath stress. I strive underneath. I try. Yes, it's all about the stress. Anyway, I strive underneath stress. Wow, that's a hard one to say. So I enjoy it, but also it's not good for me. Well, what can I do? I'm actually 12 years old. You can't tell. I've got city miles on me. So yeah. So if you look at Ton network effect, right? So we have a network where it's like you have millions of users. You have growing wallets, which is true, and something I'm going to tell you guys about. Maybe you'll see what I'm talking about. You have growing transactions, definitely in the network, definitely in growing transactions. Everyone who's in, you need to understand, Telegram is people's lives in certain countries. It's people's lives, right? A lot is going to be happening on that side. Growing devs, most definitely. You have a network of billions of users. So to be able to access that and to be able to utilize that is every dev's dream. You instantly have access to billions of users. Most definitely that's going to happen long term. And over time, how long has Telegram been together? Do you see Telegram going anywhere? Not a chance. Not a chance. But if only there was a way to get to 100,000 likes. I guess it's just got to be the NFT and Pro group. What can I do, man? I just, I give some alpha and then the other alpha, people are like, no, we want it free. Free. That's all it works. Free or nothing, bruh. Free or nothing, bruh. That's how it works. Anyway, whatever. It's all good. But that's the situation, right? So, let me guys know. Damn, my fingers hurt already. See, that's why. Are you a guy? I don't know if I should make that joke. I don't know you personally enough. Cool. I mean, anyway. All right, cool, man. I like Dave. He's like, well, I'm not gonna press a like. I pray for the privilege of not tapping. I pray for. That's how I roll. You know what I mean? That's my jam. I have the money, and yeah. It's that sort of fu money that I have that gets me away from all of this tapping business. I pay people to tap. I pay people to tap. That's how it works. You know what I mean? It's not really it's not really a must have, but it's just good to have. Okay, cool. Anyway, that's very well. Oh wow, XRP is doing some sala things. Silly things. XRP is doing well. I think there's a feeling that once these things pass, it's going to be absolutely parabolic. I still have question mark. I mean, I have XRP. I've Dr. Giggles. I've given my portfolio in the program, so they all know what I'm in. So I'm actually in XRP. So go XRP, $10,000. Yeah, yeah, XRP. Yeah, yeah. Look at that. It's absolutely gone nuclear. Awesome, cool. I'm making money on XRP. Fantastic. Yeah, XRP. Can you hear the excitement? Can you hear the excitement emoji? Yeah, XRP. Yeah. I'm so happy you're pumping. Yeah. All right. Someone wants the address for Fat Cat. Yeah, there we go. So in relation to Fat Cat, by the way, I'll just tell you guys what's going on. Do you guys know major trending? Who knows major trending here? Who are in a lot of coins? You know, there's that where you guys raid and you get points, and then you go to major trending where you guys can talk to that representative. Do you guys know what that is? Anyone? No? Yeah. So who is uh Adam, who is the partner of Major Trending. He's the one that does the show on there, who's partnered up with Major Trending, and is very well known in the industry. He knows all of that kind of stuff. He knows everyone in the world. Is coming on board with Fat Cat, and he is going to be doing 3 spaces in 3 of the largest X spaces there is. We're talking about spaces that see 1 to 2,000 people in one go. He knows all the leaders of that, and he's going to be talking on behalf of Fat Cat to bring in VC investment into Fat Cat. That's the news for Fat Cat today. That's that. That's and and when I say it's the tip of the iceberg, that even isn't even major news. That's not even major news. He's fully on board with yes. The guy from Major Trending is a spokesman for Fat Cat now. Also a really nice guy, super duper nice guy. So yeah, he's gonna be not only pushing for us on Major Trending when we're on there, but he's going on to, as I said, and should I tell you the spaces? Spaces are massive, right? So I'll show you. I'll tell you what spaces we're going on. We are going on Mad Apes space. He's gonna be talking for us. Pushing our token there. He's gonna be going to TEG Telegram AMA, which is a full VC investment Telegram group with over like 10,000 VCs. He's gonna be talking for us on that group. Moby Media. He's gonna be going on there talking for us and talking in regards of Fat Cat and what the future is and how it's gonna be pushing from there. Crypto miners and the manager. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different AMA spaces are the biggest in the industry, and he is one of the most well-known and well-respected people in the crypto industry, and he is now officially a part of the cat. Yeah? How's that settling in? Is that settling in? No? Thanks, man. Thanks, Lamar. Cool. Cool. That's super cool, dudes. I like. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Also, I'm working on something else. I mean, the thing I'm working on. The people in the Well group know. It's insane. And now when I do that, they know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about, and even they're like, "Don't jinx it. Shut up. Don't tell them." That type of level. It will be absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Anyway, that's the situation. Uh, uh you're always working, man. You go on a vacation, bro. I will be. Yeah. So, should I tell you guys about my vacation? What I'm gonna be doing? I have a mad vacation planned. Oh man, it's gonna be huge. Yeah. So I mean, we not got to 100, so you guys can't know the little bit of alpha I'm gonna be putting into. Uh, no, no. I mean, I will be going to Italy. One of the things. So, a few family friends of mine. If you guys want, everyone's gonna be like, wait, where's the crypto? What the hell where's the crypto talk? I'm gonna be going to bonkers. Yeah, that's shut up, Christopher. Uh, yeah. So we're going to every year we rent out a boat with a few friends of ours, three friends of ours. So we're gonna be going to the Amalfi Coast and doing all that kind of stuff for a week, and then we then we're going to Spain, and I have like I rented out a massive villa there, like 14-bedroom villa. So we're gonna be there for 2 weeks. All that kind of stuff, small stuff. That's my summer, and I will be streaming from there, just so you guys know. Not as much as every day, because I need the holiday, bruv. All that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then I'm gonna be going to my I'll probably be going to Turkey as well. I have a friend who's bought a house there, and he was like, "Can I come?" Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? It's a nice boat. It's a nice boat. It's like can't remember, like 28 meters, 28 or 30 meters, something like that. I'll send you pictures. You guys are in the thing. I'll send pictures, so I could be like, see, I'm in a room now, but it's on a boat. It's on a boat. You know what I'm saying, bruv? All that kind of stuff. Uh, I'm still trying to show you something, Alvarez. Please, I don't want you to show me anything, Artemis. I get it. I've seen enough in my life. Yeah, it's a yacht. It's a yacht. Yeah, I think it's 20. It's either 28 or 32. One of the two. One of those two. One of those two. It's gonna be a good week. We do it every year. Last time it was this massive catamaran, and it is just like, let's creep you on the desk. Can you stop saying let's creep you on the desk? I don't want you to on the desk. You know, no one likes that. You need to ask permission first. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna be doing there. It's nice. Yeah. Last time we got this catamaran, and it was like a I didn't like it. I mean, it's cool. It was very cool, and you can that kind of stuff. But the living room area was like a football stadium, and it's dumb. It was so dumb. But yeah, that's it. That's the situation. So the major trending guy is going to be going there. What you can say about Pendle? When is the time? Right. Okay. Let me see. Let's have a look at Pendle. If only we're at 60K. Oh no! And there's only like 10 minutes left. Oh no! You guys aren't going to see the alpha. No. No. Oh no. Oh no. Very soon, man. Very soon. Are you joking? Very, very soon. Would you rotate into Sol, Sui? Rotate from what? Did you just not listen to what I said? All three of those I have. Very soon, man. Are you joking? Pendle looks primed. Oh, what? I want to show you is nowhere near 28 feet. It's a small. It's a. Hey, bro, you should get jet skis. Mad fun. Yeah, the boat comes with jet skis. So yeah, it comes with 2 jet skis. Is yeah, this is what I mean. Like Pendle, for example, Pendle is different, right? Pendle is not a. Of course, I did. Of course, it. My bad. Yeah, yeah, it does. Pendle's a bit different. Pendle is a platform, right? It's a platform where you can trade yields, which is really, really cool. Ultra short term say, please, can it go back to 0.36? Yeah, look, say, right, is a long term hold for me. Just so you understand that. It's a long term hold for me. I fully expect that thing to rip. You can count all the likes on TikTok, and it's surely no, it's not. No one on the tube or X actually give any likes. They're just like, I'm here for the free stuff. I'm here for the free stuff. I'm surprised that you guys didn't get more excited about Adam, the guy at Major Trending, being a representative of us. That guy's a G, man. Honestly. So we'll probably hit 700. Sui to $10, $12. $10, $12 is possible. Render to 12 to 15. Where's render? Oh, my throat is going. No. Oh, renders. I don't know. Maybe about render. Maybe. I mean, it is causing a bit of a W. If it does that. So if render does this, right? If this creates a W like that, and then breaks this line, so around the 5, 5. If it breaks that, this thing will send to the top. There. That's the way you look at it. It could also be on a diagonal as well, that W. So if it can do that, and then break that level there, it'll shoot off from there. To 1.8k XRP coins. Let's go. The Bitcoin trade. Yeah, I'm sending the bit. I think this is gonna go up. I'm holding the Bitcoin trade up. See, my time horizon for some of these things are longer. Only when it's scalping, I don't look at it. Only when it's scalping, I don't. I think this is gonna continue up. Right. Please analyze it. Man, you know what? I'm getting to a point right now. What do you think XRP will hit? If we're lucky, right? If we're lucky. Like the problem I find with XRP, right? This is the issue that I find with XRP. It's still the market cap, man. This thing can go, right? I wouldn't expect like stupid numbers. And look, I just want to say this to you guys. This type of pump is dangerous. Right? Start understanding fair value gaps with this. When pumps go a bit crazy like that, right? Start looking at potential pullback zones. Yeah, I mean, start looking at potential pullback. I mean, that's wrong. I drew that wrong. 1 second. That's 2 there. I mean, a 0.5 is something that I would be looking for. This needs to pull back at some point, right? And the pullback zones that you look for is where the fair value gap. So here is a potential, but XRP is looking strong. So I would possibly think to the 382. We'll see. Keep this drawing in mind. I'll show you one day how to find the fair value gap type of plays as well. Yeah. And then you can see where it goes from there. All right. Where are we? You know what? It's at 67. I'll tell you guys anyway, right? I'll tell you guys anyway. You know, one of the criteria was growing wallets, right? And you guys, I'm telling you, that people charge a lot for this, like a lot. It's really a lot. This is like, I knew you would. Dave is like, why am I paying? All right, cool. I'm sorry. I was trying to be nice, but Dave made me change my mind. Everyone knows Dave now, so you guys can talk to him. I can only go ahead if Dave agrees. You guys need to. You guys need to hound him. Everyone, I'll say it, and then I can get like anyone. Anyone gotta talk to Dave. Dave, you don't want to have problems with me, boy. I'll tell you. At the end of this month, Ton is doing a $1.9 million drive to push the new Ton wallet. They're coming out with a new wallet, a new Ton wallet that should give me Dave's address. It's a $1.9 million drive to increase utilization of the new Ton wallet they're coming out with. And if I said to you guys before, one of the key criteria is increase in wallets, have a guess what's that's going to do to the Ton network. An increase in Ton in wallets is going to increase the network effect, increase transaction, increase of the devs being built on them because transactions going on, and this is a persistent over time a network with billions of users. Not Tom. Not Tom. Anyway, on that note, on that on that note, hey, I'll leave you guys on that. Anyway, you guys are amazing. Anyway, look on TikTok. I'm gonna bid you guys. I'm gonna give you guys a Tom, right? A Tom, Dick, and Harry. Nice Tom, Dick, and Harry to you guys, right? And I'll catch you guys later. You guys on the other place, I'm gonna talk to you about something as well, right? Okay, cool. All right, bye, Toms. All right, guys. See you guys also. I want to show you some stuff, right? I don't know if you guys have been looking at it, but I put something into the Learn by Alvarez section into the useful links, right? There we go. If you have signed up to the Bello Baba, right? If you signed up and received this email, you're going to receive this email from the guy, right? Some people won't. Hello, bye. The way you sign up is you go onto here, you go to Bello Baba, put the link there, right? You'll be able to fill out this form, and that will be able to get you into the to the pre-sale, right? It's getting into the pre-sale on that aspect. Of course, as I said, there's other things. I said to everyone here, you can get the Mexi rewards with the airdrops that come in if you've done any type of trading on the Solana wallet. You just connect your Solana wallet, and it gives you Mexi own wallets. I mean, own coins. I mean, it gave me like $1,000, so you guys understand. Like it's a lot it gave me. So I don't know why, but you need to go through this link. It's very important that you go through this link and do it that way. Further things, as I said, Trading View. You can see the Tangent wallet. That is a low-flying helicopter. It's not even a helicopter, it's a jet. Someone's private jet is going by. Jesus, honestly. It's just volatility. It's fine. The market reacting, obviously, it'll pump like crazy afterwards, in my opinion. So you get the Tangent wallet. It's one of the best hardware wallets you can get, and all these other stuff that's going through. Now, for all you guys that saw that video the other day about the OTC trading platform, that platform is going to be something very, very interesting, right? And the way it works is on my Learn by Alvarez Telegram channel, I'm going to be dropping their TG, where you'll be able to go in there and get a NFT. When you get that NFT, it will give you the chance a certain limit amount that you can buy into the pre-sale. There are some insanity things going on with that project. You saw that Satoshi's a part of it from Shiba. You see that there's going to be some big wallets buying a whole bunch of stuff is going to be going on with that jazz, right? So if you're interested, you can go and check that out as well. And also make sure you check out Fat Cat, because oh man, I'm telling you, right? In fact, don't talk to me afterwards. That's all I'm gonna say to you guys. Talk to me afterwards. I said it to you guys, and we're up like 40% now. You don't understand. I did a teaser video about it. Just connect the dots. Connect the dots. I'm gonna give you a number: 140,000. That's all I'm gonna say. 140,000. Anyway, you guys are awesome. That was absolutely incredible. Make sure you also check out the Tom network. I think it's gonna be the future. A network that's spending that much money on their wallets are looking to increase their TVR. I've held Tom for a while, and I think it's the future of what's going to be happening. It's one of those type of things. All right. Anyway, guys, absolute pleasure. You guys are incredible. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you guys later. All right. Peace. Love.